All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Vibrations Podcast. My name is EJ Agia, aka Dos Hendricks. Here with my shooter, Hibachi Bugs, Sean Bugs. And I'm here with an esthetician.
Yeah.
Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
She's an esthetician, a business savvy woman. She runs Monet with eliteness. Everyone, please welcome Vanessa Garske. Vanessa, how you doing today?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
You know, I'm fabulous. I mean, I'm just out here trying to do my thing, just trying to be great. You know the vibes, though.
Yeah, enjoy your Saturday.
Oh, I have to enjoy my Saturday. It's actually a good day. You know, it's like a 50% chance to rain. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of upset about that because I didn't bring no hoodie, no jacket, no nothing. So if I get rained on, it's whatever. But, all right, Vanessa, how is quarantine going for you? How is everything? Has anything really changed for you as far as what you're doing?
I mean, like, yes and no. So I got, like, laid off from my job. Obviously, I work at European Wax Center. I'm a wax specialist right now, but I'm still waxing out of my house.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's been great. I love, seeing my friends, and it's cool. But, I mean, and I'm working my Monet business as well, and it's been really good. It's, like, it's fun, but I feel like shit's starting to get really boring. Like, I go and take walks or bike rides or whatever, and it's just, I want to be out.
You just want to find something to take the time away. And
Yeah.
honestly, no one wants to stay inside on social media all day and just...
It gets boring.
Yeah, no, it gets super boring. I find myself playing like 6 hours of 2K and Call of Duty. Like, I literally just... it's literally that boring. I can't find anything to do. I work out in the morning, but like, how much is that going to do for me?
I know,
You what
and
I'm
it's
saying?
like, I think it's weird too because you never really realize how long your day is when you quote unquote have nothing to do.
Oh my gosh.
Like
the days don't even get shorter. The days get longer as you're just sitting there just watching your computer.
For real.
Watching whatever you do. So, I mean, it's crazy. But
I kind of forget about the days too. Like I have a schedule obviously with all my stuff, but it's like, oh, today's Saturday. That's right. But because it all just kind of feels like it's wrapped into one. Like every day feels like a weekend day.
Oh
you
my
know?
God, yeah, I'm telling you. And then I catch myself doing the same thing almost every single day, and it just nothing changes. So I'm trying to level up myself, and it seems like you're leveling up, especially with network marketing. I mean, especially now that we have no choice to stay inside, I'm sure you're just finding new things to do to expand your product. And as far as network marketing goes, like everyone has their different meanings and I guess meanings of what network marketing means to them. So in your mind, what does that mean to you as far as what you do?
Yeah, so for me, like network marketing, before I never knew what network marketing was before I joined Monet. But honestly, I think of network marketing really truly as social selling. So for example, like some people don't know what social selling is. And so for example, like, girls go to Starbucks, we get our Starbucks drink, whatever. Mm-hmm. We post it on social media, our Instagram story, and everyone's like, DMing you like, oh my God, what is this drink? And, I'm going to tell you like, hey, this is what I got. And so that person is now going to go to Starbucks, they're going to order that drink, and they're probably going to post on their social media and tag me. They're going to be like, hey, I got this drink, it's good as hell.
Like, oh, thank you for the shout out.
Right,
So,
yeah. And so that's awesome, and like the support is real, but at the end of the day, you're not getting paid by Starbucks to promote that drink. You didn't get a cut of that person's, drink, whatever it is. And so I think that, network marketing is really just you're sharing a product that you absolutely love. And like, I love all the products with Monet. They've changed my hair. They've changed my skin. And that's really all it is. I'm sharing with my audience about what I'm using, why I'm using it, how it's helping me, how it's helped others, et cetera, et cetera. And I get paid. When people purchase product from me, it's like I get part of that commission, and I'm building my brand. I'm building my business through that. So.
Wow, and every time I see you on Instagram, I always got to make fun of you for
I
it.
know.
You seem so much full of energy. You just seem so upbeat, and you seem so excited to share the products with everybody. And I feel like that gives you just like a spark. Like every time someone watches your story, like, oh, she's really serious about these products. Like maybe I should really try it. And the thing that I like what you do is you actually try the product like yourself, and then you also post the results of you and other people. So it's not like this is like a scam or like this is just one of those other beauty products that people are selling. So I just think that's super dope. And it's just like, it's more networking. People are just gonna ask you every time, like, oh, what's this and what's that?
Exactly. And I think that that's where people kind of like, it's like, oh, is this, what are you really doing? And it's like, I'm showing my followers, like, hey, I'm using this product, like, I'm using my dry shampoo or whatever the hell I'm using. And I show them what it is and how I'm using it. And I think it's important to, like, talk about people's, issues with their hair or their skin. So many of us, people struggle with dry hair, dry skin, whatever the case may be. And when you talk about the product and how it helps that specific, area, it's like, oh, okay, well, I need this.
Right, exactly. And I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that need it. I mean, just based off of the reviews that you give us, the people, and then we're watching, I'm sure there's so many people that want to speak up and say, hey, I want to buy this product, or hey, I want to join your team, but I'm sure they get so worried. So talk a little bit about your team at Monet. What did Monet do for you, and how do you enroll your team, and how do you enroll people to come on your team?
Yeah, so, I mean, do you want me to tell you about my story, like how I
go ahead. Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead, tell the people your story.
Cool. So when I first joined, I was at just a really bad place in my life. I was really at rock bottom. And I struggled financially with money all the time. I've told my followers this, like, I used to have to pay like that fee for like going negative.
Oh my God.
In your bank account literally every week, and my fee was $36.
Yeah, it's like $36, $40.
Deadass.
Sick.
So I was paying $36 every single week, if not every week, twice a month at least. And so that's how broke I was. And I was struggling financially. I was struggling with my life overall. I went to 3 different colleges, and I didn't have a passion for anything. I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And, that sucks. Like, you're told all the time that once you graduate high school, you need to go to college and just figure your life out. And
right, yeah.
I felt like I was just wasting my money at college. And so when I came home, still doing my thing, whatever, I was still struggling. And I actually came across this girl on Instagram, and she had posted about her free Cadillac. Mm-hmm. And instantly I DM'd her, I was like, how the fuck did you get a free Cadillac? Like, I want that,
Of course.
And
I need me a caddy in my life.
Yeah. And so I DM'd her. She like explained what Monet was to me. And I was like, okay, bet, like, I get paid next Friday, like, I'm going to sign up and I'm going to do this shit. And keep in mind, like, I didn't know anything about Monet. I had no idea. I just knew that it was a way for me to make money on social media, and I knew that I needed it because I always felt like there was more out there for me, but I never knew what it was. And I think so many, like, millennials and Gen Z want to be making money on social media, and this is your ticket in. And so, Friday rolls around, and I never went through. I never, like, enrolled, and I sat on the opportunity of Monet for literally 3 months. Mm-hmm. And so during that 3 months, same shit was happening to me. I was struggling financially, struggling mentally, just still like, what the fuck? What is my life doing?
Of course, yeah.
And I had another girl reach out to me and was like, hey, you need to do this. And I was like, okay, like, God is telling me this is a fucking sign,
right,
so I need to do it.
That's 2 people telling you to try it.
So, yeah. And so she reached out to me on a Saturday. I enrolled on a Sunday. And I just sat my ass down in my room, and like I went over all the units, like the training, like we give you training, you're not just gonna like enroll and then like, here you go, it's like we give you training. And so I sat down and I did that for literally like 3-4 hours because I wanted to know everything, and that's just kind of who I am. I want to know I'm organized. And I didn't tell my parents. I didn't say anything to anybody. And again, I was so broke, so like I had to put my shit on a credit card. Mm-hmm. And at the time, my credit card, like, I didn't know how to handle money, so I didn't want to put anything on my credit card, but I was like, fuck, like, this is what I have to do. So I put on a credit card, and then I just kind of went for it. Again, I still really didn't know that much about it, but I just fucking did it. And same with a lot of my girls on the team. So many of them, like, everybody has a fear. Like, so many what ifs go through your brain. Like, what if nobody buys from me? What if my friends don't support me? What if? And the what ifs are going to hold you back. And I learned that right away. Like, I sat on this shit for 3 months, like, because I was pondering all the what ifs.
Yeah, exactly.
And now I'm at the rank of associate market mentor, and I can't vocalize how much money I make on here because that's against the FTC.
Yeah, no,
but,
don't go ahead. No.
I'm doing really well, and I'm really proud of myself and my team too. Like, my team is killing it. So many girls who join are really looking for more in their life. You know, like they want more, they want something different. And a lot of people too want to fix their hair or their skin. And they're like, okay, if I can do it through this and I can love the products and make money, like a lot of my VIPs, so a VIP is someone who purchases product from me, they turn into market partners, which is what I am. Because they love the product so much and they're like, okay, if I'm loving this and like I have my results, like I can show my results and people are going to buy from me. So yeah, it's network marketing really is, I think, kind of a golden ticket. And it's really like the keys. Like once you're given these keys to network marketing, like you could decide where you want to go. Like for me, I'm using it to pay off all my student loans. So obviously I said I went to 3 different colleges, so I have hella student loan debt and that shit sucks.
The travel is crazy.
Yeah. But from me doing that, I thought that it would take me like 5 years to pay off my student loans, 5, 6, 7, a lot. And now I'm going to do it in 2 because of Monet. And, it's like, it's just little things like that. Like, yeah, I work a 9-to-5 job. I have Monet. I do waxing on the side, like all this other stuff. But Monet is really like, I just love it. And I will eventually probably be doing it full time along with having my own like waxing studio or something else. But, everything takes time.
I was about to say, and you're building your brand. Like every single time you hop on social media, you're promoting, whether it's just mental strength or just respecting yourself, women empowerment, just going out and being the boss that you are. You know what I'm saying? You're going out and you're actually inspiring a lot of women. I'm sure you have so many women like on your team or so many women that want to like start their own team at Monet and build an empire. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. So, I mean, no, it's just what I see. And like, I'm just going on this show, we just keep everything 100. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and cap to you. Like everybody enjoys what you do. And I'm sure you lead your team the best way possible. And Look at you now, all y'all making bread. Like at the end of the day, that's what social media is for nowadays, especially with this COVID-19. Like if you're not doing anything on social media to at least try and make any sort of money or like trying to brand yourself out there, I mean, you basically have a phone just to text and look at other people hating. And I'm sure like there have been a lot of people out there that probably like doubted Monet or doubted you and what you're doing, and you're sitting here overcoming it. And look at the people that probably hated on you are probably trying to hop on right now.
Yeah, and you know what? Every single time I have one of my girls, it's like, this person said this to me, or this person said this. It's like, you know what? Are your haters paying your bills?
Exactly.
Fuck no. So they can't really say shit to you. I mean, and at the same time, like, I liked how you said it's all about mindset. Like, understanding that you took this leap and that what you're going to do is going to change your life. And I tell all my girls that you have to have a strong why. And a why means like why you're doing this business. And you can't, and I'm not saying it can't just be, well, I want better hair and skin. Like that's awesome, but your why has to be deeper. Like one of my girls, Tyler, I'm going to shout her out. Shout
out Tyler.
She hates her job. She really fucking hates it. And she's like, I can't wait to be doing this full time and quit my 9-to-5. Like I'm sick of it. Right. And other girls want to do it to help empower other women. And so many people think that like what I do is like a pyramid scheme, and it's not.
I was just about to ask you about the difference between Monet, and there's obviously a huge difference, but the difference between Monet and then that stupid, foolish 100 to 800 scam. Go ahead and explain a little bit about like what your thoughts were on that, because in my personal opinion, I'm Nigerian. We know how to finesse. We know how to smell a finesse from literally a mile away.
Okay.
So immediately when I saw it, I was just like, why are these people so foolish? You're giving these people
free money.
Free money. Like I would love for you to join my circle.
Give me $800.
Give me $100 each, and I'm gonna go blow the $800 on some shoes or something. Like that's free. Real. That's a free $800. So go ahead and just break down a little bit like the difference between a pyramid scheme like 100 to 800 and Monet. Like what benefits are you getting from Monet and what opportunities?
Yeah, so for example, so let's break down network marketing first. So actually no, I want to break down pyramid schemes.
Go ahead.
So first things first, pyramid schemes are illegal.
Of course.
Like our parents' generation dealt with pyramid schemes, and so I think that's why everyone thinks, network marketing is a pyramid scheme, because it's never really been explained to people. But pyramid schemes are illegal, and they don't have a product. They don't have a product they're selling. All they're doing is recruiting people, and the person at the top is making the most money.
Right.
So like let's say like I enroll you in my pyramid scheme, like I recruit you.
Yeah.
But, you know, you recruit 50 other people, but I only recruit you one. You can never like quote unquote outrank me. You can never make more money than me because I'm getting all of the people below you and I'm getting their money. Exactly. So, and it's illegal. That's the what is it? The freaking
100 to
the
800?
loop. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what y'all were doing is just giving people free money. Like you were quote unquote enrolling, like you were recruiting other people to join this loop. And that dude, I forget his name. I saw him in the news though, but he made like $10 million. Like this dude made $10 million off of this loop. And that shit's crazy to me, you know, like what an easy way to make fast cash, but like network marketing isn't fast cash either.
I'm about to say there's a grind to it. There's a grind that you have to put in, and the grind that you put in, you're gonna get out. And with this, it's just people trying to come up. Like I understand, there's some people that made some money off of it. Like,
for sure.
There's some people that made like $1,200 off of it. Like, but at the same time, that one time you join someone else's circle trying to get a turn in the pie, like you just lost $100.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't care. I'm a very stingy person, so it's like $100 is a lot to me. I don't care.
No, it is, and $100 can be invested. Like $100, you
more.
can do something else. You can put that in your savings. You can use it to pay off your student loans. You can put that in your fucking gas tank, for crying out loud.
Jesus, man.
Like, and so, you know, network marketing, people think too that it's a pyramid scheme because they think it's fast cash, right? And I'm gonna tell you this, I've been doing this for a year and a half and it is not fast cash.
Yeah.
It is not. It is a lot of hard work and it's being consistent. And like, you know, I can't even lie. Some people aren't cut out for network marketing. You know, like you're either gonna be a lion or you're gonna be a sheep. And I'm a lion and I choose to be a lion because like I have bigger goals and I have bigger dreams for myself, but
of course.
And it's not always going to work out for people, but at the end of the day, like if you're being consistent and if you're working hard and what does consistency look like? Like consistency is talking about the products. You see me talk about the products all the time.
Every day.
Yep, every day. I'm doing it every single day. And when you're doing it every day, you're planting more and more and more seeds into people's mind. And a lot of people don't know that like someone has to see something a minimum of 7 times before they actually purchase it. Mm-hmm. So if you're out here doing this and like, let's say you join a different network marketing, like Isogenics or Mary Kay or whatever it is, and you're just like posting when there's a sale or like you're just posting here and there. Like people I'm not going to buy from you. Like I see that you're not consistent. Why the hell would I buy from you? You know, if I see you using the products all the time and I see you talking about them, it's like, I know that this is now a part of your brand and I can trust you and I can rely on you. So
that's another thing. Word of mouth is so important. I even talked about this in my last interview. Just having like positive reviews from people that you sell to, or even your team. Like, yeah, exactly. Like your team can refer somebody to you for like a better assurance for them to get a sale. Like, oh, my girl Vanessa, like she's my team leader and she really posts about this every day. She has a good overview on like what we're talking about. And so even if they needed like some sort of assurance, like that's what you're there for, and you keep it very consistent. Also, another interesting question I wanted to ask you. So, in the beauty industry, there's a lot of me and you have argued about certain face products out there.
Yes.
So, example, St. Ives. I don't care. I'm about to shout them out.
I know you will.
So, St. Ives. I use that for my face sometimes. I don't use it anymore. But
whoa! You don't use it anymore.
No. So my mom got me this all natural apricot scrub. So you know what I'm saying. I use that on my face.
Okay.
I know you. Listen, man. There's no blemishes. There's no age spots. Do you see how smooth I even use face toner for my face today.
Wow, you use toner.
With the hazelnut in it. Come on, man. Like,
hazelnut or witch hazel?
Witch hazel, I'm sorry. Witch hazel. Sorry, there we go. See, this is why I brought you on the show. You getting all the facts right.
I'm just going to sit here and wait.
You're so funny. Anyways, the beauty brands. So
let's talk St. Ives real quick.
St. Ives.
Right.
I read on an article that St. Ives has walnut shells in the products, and that's just used to scrape off all the extra dirt and extra just stuff on your face. So what is the problem with what is the difference between St. Ives, really the walnut feature, the scrubbing feature in St. Ives, and a product you would sell?
Sure, yeah. So let's compare the St. Ives and their walnut scrub to my berry scrub. Okay, so St. Ives, first of all, walnut scrub. Let's talk about walnuts. When you're crushing up walnuts, you're not going to get like this perfect, even like circle, square, whatever. Walnuts are jagged. right? If I was to cut it up, they're jagged.
Yeah.
And so with St. Ives as well, St. Ives has microbeads in it. And microbeads are not only horrible for the ocean, about 2 million pounds of microbeads get dumped into the ocean every single day, which sucks. But microbeads cause micro tears in your skin. And so, again, they're micro tears. You're not going to see them. And I'm not going to lie. I used to use St. Ives before I was an esthetician.
Oh,
okay?
everyone did.
Everyone has used it, right? You know, I've had oily ass skin all my life, and I was like, damn, I need this. And so, because of the fact that you have micro tears in your skin, you are not only opening up your skin to like environmental stressors, pollution, you're opening up more, and you're actually like, your skin is aging quicker. So even now, even though like, you know, I'm 22, I'm not going to really see, you know, dark spots or like a ton of wrinkles or like aging marks or anything like that. But down the road, if I were to be using
35, 40
yeah,
years.
so if I were to be using St. Ives all the time, like my shit, I would look old as hell, right? So that's that on that. Do not, and I repeat, do not use St. Ives apricot scrub, please and thank you.
If St. Ives is working for your skin, man, don't
No.
worry about
No,
it.
no,
But
no, no.
She's about to go ahead
No.
and explain her berry scrub.
You know what? I'm also going to explain a different scrub that you can get too that's cheaper. Yeah, so pause on that. But
Excuse me.
berry scrub. Let's talk about berry scrub. So my berry scrub is made with all natural cranberry seeds, okay? So cranberry seed, it's not a microbead, it's all natural. It's really great for your skin. And it's a very gentle exfoliator, okay? So I believe that everybody needs an exfoliator no matter your skin type. You should be exfoliating at least once a week. For oily people's skin, 2-3 times a week max. And there are different, like I don't just use berry scrub, like I love Dermalogica, but my berry scrub, it has the cranberry seeds in it. And then it also has bayberry wax. And the reason why I love the berry scrub so much is because it's that 2-in-1. So even though we're exfoliating and we're buffing away all our dead skin cells with the cranberry seeds, that bayberry wax is coming in. So after we've buffed away, the bayberry wax is coming in and nourishing our skin and keeping it hydrated and keeping it nice and glowy. So that's why I really love it. But if y'all are looking for like a really cheap exfoliator, go on to Dermalogica. You can get a little travel size. It's called Daily Microfoliant, and it's literally like, I think, $10.
That's a stain, yeah. Or just buy my mom's apricot scrub.
Sure, yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Y'all go to Monet and buy y'all berry scrub, man.
But you can order it online, and Dermalogica is really great. I'm going to shout out Dermalogica because I used that in SC school, and it was actually created by an esthetician over in the UK.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope.
So, and she has, all of her products are cruelty-free and vegan as well.
Oh, see, there we go. That I don't know why, but that vegan, just that word vegan in any product just will get a sale for some
It
odd
does.
reason.
It encaptures people.
For some odd reason, because they feel like in their mind they're probably thinking like, oh, if this is vegan, like I'm treating my skin so well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and like that's the thing too. Like, I think veganism is becoming really big, and that's awesome. But I like to think of like, because my products are vegan, so I like to think of it more as like they're plant-based, like they're botanically based. Botanicals are plants, and so we all know like plants are good for us, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean that works. As far as going vegan with food,
I stopped.
I mean, I'm not doing it. Have you ever had jollof rice and goat meat like before? Like, sweet Jesus, my dog. Like it's just so fire. Like I'm not. No, you know what? I'm just gonna stop. There's a lot of vegan people out there that probably would get offended, so I'm just not even gonna speak on it. So we'll just save that for another time. Okay, so I also wanted to talk to you about expanding your business. So as a woman who just has 3 different sources of income, you're making good money doing waxing, selling Monet products. What do you give advice for people out there that want to start a brand or want to brand themselves in some sort of way, but they're just worried about all the judgmental people out there, just not believing in them? And how do you go about just blocking everything out and just doing you?
That's a great ass question. Honestly, just fucking do it. Like, let's think about Mark Zuckerberg. Like, he brought how many people into his college dorm room?
Oh my gosh,
And
yeah,
3
I
of them
remember that
walked
story.
out. Like, if I was one of those 3 people, like, I'd be kicking myself in the ass every single day. You know, just because you think that, like, oh my gosh, again, we're thinking of all the what ifs, and you can think about the fear and the what ifs all the time. But what if you turn your fears into those positive notes? Like, what if nobody buys from me? Well, let's flip that and say, what if everyone buys from me? What if everyone loves my product? What if people want to support me? Building those different neural networks, and I'm not going to go into that, but building different neural networks in your brain is so important when it comes to your mindset and positivity. And if you have an idea, don't ever fucking think that, like, you can't do it. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you set your mind to, especially if you're going to put in the hard work, especially if you're going to be consistent. Like, don't think for a second that other people's judgments or other people's comments, like, can stop you, because they can't, and, like, even if your idea, and you don't have to have your idea be, all there. Like, you can have just a rough draft, and that's fine, because the universe is going to do everything in its power to help you, as long as you're being consistent, as long as you're believing.
Yeah, exactly. There's levels to everything that you do, and you always have to. I mean, Drake said it best. Started from the bottom. Now look where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
for real.
And even with you told a wonderful story that you were broke, like, beyond belief, and look where life brought you to. Now you're making 3 different sources of income. You're inspiring so many women out there just to go out and just do it and just make anything happen. And I think, again, it's just a mindset thing. Like, you just have to tell you, if you know that you're about to work hard and do what you do, and you have a plan set out, man, people just need to go out and do it, man. Like, don't be scared to do anything that you want to do in this world. I mean, anybody can do it. And literally anybody on this earth can do it.
And I want to say, too, that, like, if you're afraid of, your friends' opinions of you, like, pull back and ask yourself, if I'm afraid of what my friends are going to say about me and my idea, are they really my good friends?
Right.
Like, I've had to cut a lot of people out in my life, and quite honestly, it's made me a way better person than I ever was. And, like, that's just life, Like, you're not always going to have these supportive, awesome people. Like, my mom wasn't super supportive of me when I first started this. Mm-hmm. She was like, damn, you spent how much money on this? And I was like, Mom, just wait. And, turns out she was my second customer. Wow. So, and she's my most supportive customer now. So, like, at the end of the day, like, when you show up and when you show out and when you're confident and when you know what the fuck you want in this life, like, you can do whatever you want to do.
Of course. Okay, so I guess my last question for you really is, so what was one of your biggest challenges as far as bringing people onto the team and just kind of, like, letting them know what they're getting into and what they're going to benefit from?
Yeah, I think it's really, like, just kind of calming those fears, because, again, so many people let that fear overcome them of, like, the what ifs. And I love my girls get me on, calls, like, we do 3-way calls with our potentials. And I love being that person that's there to, like, just calm them down and, like, really amplify the fact that they can do this. And, like, it's there for them. So if somebody comes to me with saying, like, well, I'm not going to have anybody buy these products from me. I don't have that many followers on Instagram. By the way, followers don't mean fucking shit.
They don't.
They really don't. They don't. But if when people tell me that, I say, well, you have friends and family, right? You have a grandma, you maybe have a brother or sister, you may have close friends. Guess what? Like, you have samples in your product pack. Like, you can borrow that to them, and they're going to try the products, they're going to fall in love, and then they're going to buy it from you.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, okay, so really just kind of, like, coming in with, like, that positive what if instead of, like, that negative what if, positivity can really change your mindset. So, yeah.
Yeah, this whole episode, you dropped nothing but gems, and I'm sure when people really listen to this, they're going to see the real side of you, the real side of Monet, the real side of just hustling and just making a brand for yourself. So I do appreciate you coming on the show. I mean, you drove from what, Farmville, Minnesota?
Farmville, fuck you.
Farmington. I appreciate you coming on the show and just dropping a lot of knowledge. You inspired me, inspired Sean, I'm sure, and you inspired everybody out here who's going to watch. So, all right, well, this is the second episode of Vibrations Podcast. Vanessa, thank you for coming on the show once again.
Absolutely.
Dropped a lot of gems. Make sure to follow us on YouTube at Vibrations Podcast. Make sure you follow Vanessa at Vanessa.Garske. Make sure you follow Sean at Sean Bugs on Instagram. And appreciate you guys watching this episode. Wait to find out who comes on next week. See y'all later.